You know what that sound means. You know what that sound means. Gangity gang, how are you, my friend?
I'm
Eduardo,
good, Ramon.
what
Good to
is
see you.
happening? Am I happy to see y'all today?
Hi Ramon, how are
Yeah.
you, my friend? I'm good, thank you.
Where are you, Eduardo? Where are you reporting from?
I am from Peru. Sorry that I can't put my cam because today I have some problem with my cam, but I'm still here.
All good, Eduardo. Thank you for joining me. I know you're out there GTA 6 style. Any of y'all play Grand Theft Auto 6 yet? Not yet? Take a new game. Have you heard about it? Grand Theft Auto? No, you never played that
I
game?
I no, I didn't hear, but tell me about that.
Okay. If you're into video games, look up Grand Theft Auto. A Grand Theft Auto is like a crime, um, like when you steal a car or something like that. So, look into it. They just put out one called GTA Part Six. So, but whatever. Just just talking ish. But Eduardo, glad you're with us. Gang, how are you? And where are you reporting from?
I'm good. Yes, I'm at my house in Thailand. Yes.
Alrighty, gang. Thank you for joining us. Always glad to have you. I am hold on. Technical difficulties. But yeah, I am Ramon. I'm your wonderful host for today, and I am reporting from South Florida in the United States. We've had some crazy weather as of late, but I can't complain. Anyhow, um, let's get into it. How has your weekend been? How was your week? Anything new? Anything you want to share?
Not much. But this week I will have to go and visit my customers. It's the custom that we do every around the end of the year. We go and visit a customer and give them some gift because a lot of company here they throw a party for their employees and then they give gift to their employees, so they ask suppliers to participate in the event. Yes.
Okay. So like what kind of gifts would you give?
Mostly appliances. Some of my big customer, I bought them a TV, and some of them I bought them like a fan or like a rice cooker or maybe like a toaster. Yes.
Man, look at you, man. I'm gonna start doing some business with you. Maybe you buy me a refrigerator or a toaster.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just kidding. Just kidding. But that's good. Yeah, like if you're doing good business with somebody, um, giving a little gift to kind of show your appreciation, I'm not mad at that. Not mad at that at all. How about you, Eduardo? Is that like a thing where you're from? Is that a custom?
Yes, for example, here in Peru, if you have some clients, some good clients that I don't know buy you, or you have recurrent clients, it's normal that you give them a gift. But what is more often here in Peru that people do on December is an exchange gift. You
Mm.
play a game called Secret Friends, where
Secret
you choose
Santa?
a secret friend, where you choose a person. It could be a person in your in your work. It could be a person in your social life, and you have an event where you share a gift, but this person do not know who is the person who is going to give the gift. So it's
Mm.
the secret gift, the secret friend. Sorry, and you give the person a gift, and you can play that. No, for example, today, for example, on Sunday we have this game on my apartment. So we play this game with my friends, and we exchange gifts. And on today I have another with my business friends, and on Fridays I am going to have another with my office office employees. So we try to do in with our friend the this this play. It is very funny to play this.
Yeah, we have something similar called Secret Santa. Same thing. You kind of give gifts. You don't know who's gonna give it to you. Um, the person you're gonna give it to doesn't know that you bought it for them. So yeah, it's a funny game. I actually have had it before. It's pretty fun. But all right, not bad for warm up. I've been all right, man. To be honest, if I look tired, I am tired. Yeah, I've been having to kind of visit my grandfather at the hospital in the mornings. You know, he's a little older and a little up there in age. So, um, but this morning he looked and felt much better. We were having a little bit of a conversation. So, but yeah, it is what it is. Through life, sometimes we have to you might have to go to the doctor. You may have to go to the hospital for whatever reason. But as long as you have good family and friends that could come by and visit you and see you, even if it's just for a little bit, even if it's just to spend that time with you, it's good. It's good for the morale. You know what I mean? So that's what I've been up to a little bit. But also, along with to kind of lighten up the situation, been doing some Christmas shopping myself, to tell you the truth. Um, I'm a big Macy's guy. I like Macy's. Shout out to the Macy's Thanksgiving parade. So I was in Macy's. By the way, I got my Safe Moon shirt today because today we got a couple different dimensions, right? Um I was in Macy's shopping and I'm cheap. So I'm in the clearance section first, right? Because I'm trying to get the deal, right? I'm trying to save a couple bucks on things. It's Christmas. It is what it is. All right. So I'm looking around, but as I'm looking around, come across my little buddy right here.
And then,
Oh, hey, oh, what
um,
happened? Eduardo, you all right? You are you there?
yes, I
All
am
right.
here. I'm here.
Okay, good. I'm glad you're there. Be careful. Remember, drive driving safety first. You can worry about us after. Um, but yeah,
But
so
you normally do on Christmas, for example, in your family.
yeah, the what?
What do you normally do on Christmas on your family with your family? What you do normally do?
Well, let me back. Oh, well, let me backtrack. Hold up, man. I went shopping and I saw this guy. That's what I was talking about. Pay attention. So look, this guy, I found him in Toys R Us in the clearance section. Mind you, at first I'm like, yo, I recognize this toy. Looks very familiar to me. Let's point out a few things. Number one, the tag says 14 plus. I mean, at 14 years old, I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't sleeping with no teddy bears at 14 years old. Good observation. Observation number two, VeeFriends. Shout out to Gary V, who has put together this collection, which we're about to learn about today a little bit. And we're late. We're late to this party, all right? VeeFriends been popping. They've been doing their thing. Um, Before I go a little deeper into VeeFriends, I'm gonna do our routine. What have y'all heard about VeeFriends? Eduardo, you usually set it off. What
Yes,
what have you learned about VeeFriends from your research?
yes. For example, look here in Peru, for example, it's not common to people invest in crypto coins, but for example, uh, and I know that in other part of Latin America, for example, our neighborhood country, that Chile, invest a lot on this, right? So I know that the VeeFriend is connected to it's an NFT, that is a non-functional token, and it's connecting the value of this the value of this character is on Ether, that is a crypto coins, and many people buy this as an investment because the other time I heard a girl that who have bought this as an investment because with the time when he get the toys, the digital toys, the best friends in this case, she the cost was and one and 1 Ether, 1.2 Ether, and now it costs
Ethereum.
Ethereum. Yes, sorry, Ethereum. Sorry. It cost her 1.2 Ethereum, and now someone wants to buy to 3.5 Ethereum. So the cost increased, right? So in about 2 years, So in about 2 years, that the cost is almost 3 times. So if you know that Ethereum is very expensive, so it could serve it could function. It could be like an investment, right? And the other thing that this pet, that the other function that it has is that, for example, if you want depend each be pets that you buy, you can access to different events. For example, the cheaper can let you access to some events, and the other the more the expensive that you can ask, the more expensive you can ask you can access, for example, to a face-to-face meeting with the author, no? So it can give you with Gary Vee, yes, it can give you more than only the be owner or one be pets. You can have another benefit, like, for example, speak with him. So if you buy one of these, depend the cost, you can have different options. So it's a very good strategy, right? Because if you want, imagine that you are an investing person and you want to buy this because you want to have access to speak with the owner, or in this case with Kirby. Okay, I'm going to buy one of these and I'm going to speak with you, for example. No, it could be a good option. And the best is that this can function in the future because it's like an investment, right? Because in the future it's going to cost more.
Absolutely, man. Definitely, it is an investment. I know. Like a year ago, there was a big fad with like the NFTs, cryptocurrency. It's still going on. It's still jumping. But I kind of like when things kind of are not trendy anymore, and we can like revisit them without like the wave and kind of like understand them better. Like for example, when I saw this, and I say this with much respect, it was on clearance. 998 to be exact. The gratitude gorilla, which each VeeFriend kind of represents different personality traits that Gary Vee has. And Gary Vee always preaches gratitude, be thankful. He feels like having gratitude is like, by having gratitude, you can have happiness. You can find happiness through gratitude, being thankful for everything you have. So that's kind of what the gratitude gorilla stands for. But mind you, so I come home, right, real quick, just to show y'all where the homie is at, right?
You know what?
Hold up, real quick. Character stats.
Okay. Do you know what? I think that the successful of these Vee pets is that the other function that it has, right? For example, it's not only a NFT, it's something that lets you to access to another, for example, characters, like, for example, this event, this meeting, this other opportunity that you have because of you buy this. Besides that, for example, of course, each character represents something different, right? Like gratitude, like, for example, like wisdoms, I don't know, another character that maybe people can feel in a way can feel representative, right?
Or yeah, but look, check it out. So the gratitude gorilla, his stats are right here. If you have a series 1, it's worth 9.95 Ethereum. If you have a series 2, it's worth 1 Ethereum. 1 Ethereum is a little over $2,000. If you convert it to USD. So I looked at that and I was like, what? Now, here's the thing, like Eduardo was explaining.
But how can you tell which series is the one you have?
Well, that's the thing. That's not the toy, right? the plush toy is not what has the value. The NFT has the value.
Oh,
The NFT is, you would have had to purchase the NFT. You would have purchased Series 1 or Series 2. You would have known when you bought it. And then at that point, like Eduardo said, it gains value with time. It has access to events. It has, has different benefits. And then Gary V recently collaborated with Toys R Us. He
oh,
he 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 had a collaboration with them, and they broke the VeeFriends plush toys, and they had like this whole grand opening. They had all the toys out of New York, out of Macy's in New York. It's pretty cool. It was like Gary V with Jeffrey. They're like walking around. So yeah, look, technically the toy is not worth the the Ethereum or the 9.95 Ethereum. But if I did go out of my way to purchase the Gratitude Gorilla NFT, if I would have bought it when it first came out, that's where it would have been at now. I might have maybe doubled up or tripled my investment. But this is only valuable, at least I think so, because Gary Vee has a strong community of people. So there's a lot of people checking in, a lot of people like me. Look, me, I recognized it. I saw it. I saw VeeFriends, and I bought it for that reason. If this, no offense, Gratitude Gorilla, but if he didn't have, if it wasn't from Gary V, I probably would have not gotten it. But Gary V, following his content, knowing what he stands for, knowing him as a creator, gave this the value for me. I'm keeping it as a souvenir. It's right on my desk. When I need to be, have some gratitude for things, I can look at it and like be reminded. But yeah, man, it's a funny thing, when I was trying to explain it, they're like, "What? It's worth 2,000." I'm like, "Hold up. If I had the NFT, it would." But the toy represents the NFT. So if you want to head out to vfriends.com, you can see there's a bunch of animals. This is just the one that I found that I related to, that I related to, because sometimes I can use a little bit of gratitude. Sometimes we all can. All
Yes,
right.
and do you know something very particular of this? The first day that when they started to 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 sell this, they did, but in different ways. For example, when you do when you for example invite a person to buy these VeeFriends, normally what people ask is who is going to give me more money, right? So, but what they said, it was the reverse. What they do was they put a high price, and they put, for example, if the cost is 1 and 2 Ethereum, they put the cost, the initial price, they put 3 Ethereum, and it started to down. For example, little by
Mm.
little, the time passed and the cost reduced. So people can buy according, right? For example, if you can pay 1.5 Ethereum, okay, when the price is 1.5, you buy it, right? It's not like, for example, no, you offer more. No, it's like in the inverse, right? You start with high price, a little by little, the price is down, and you can buy it when you have the money to buy it. Was very particular.
You got to bite a dip. But yeah, I mean, you can use apps like Coinbase, like Binance, if you want to do some investments into cryptocurrency. Um, I mean, let's see if I get some feedback. I mean, I don't mind going deeper into cryptocurrency. Right now, it just kind of like I revisited this old friend through like me finding this VeeFriend plush, and I got it for me. This is not for my daughter. This is for me. It's mine. I got it. It's Christmas gift to myself. Little toy, but I think it's cool. I honestly like Gary Vee and what he stands for, and I think these toys are a great idea. It's good for kids. Toys R Us is making a comeback. Um, I just think it's funny how he mixed up like kids' toys with like cryptocurrency and like an NFT and like but he has a strong community, so he can definitely do that. Like Eduardo was saying, you unlock benefits, you can meet with him, you can talk with him, And that's the whole point of the NFT, right? Like once you have it, you have access to everything that it values or everything that it might hold. I've seen NFTs with like rap artists where like the NFT has a ticket to the concert and you can go backstage, but you can only get backstage through the NFT. Stuff like that. You can get creative with it. All right. But
Yes.
but yeah, that was that. Any gentlemen, any questions, any final thoughts before I segue to our next topic?
No. You can pass. Another topic. For me, it's clear. I like these be friends. It will be great if sometime I have the opportunity to buy one of them.
Absolutely, man. All right, let me just do a quick little tech check. Let me check in the chat, see how we're doing. All right. All good. Quick little quick check on you guys. You guys okay? Everybody all right? Everybody feeling
Okay.
okay? Temperature check. We get a little water. Bills up to me. I'll have a 15-minute intermission. Now, I have been bugging. I reached out to Eduardo on Friday, like as early as can be. I said, Eduardo, we need to review this movie. Gang, our time zone's a little different. So at that time, I wasn't trying to abruptly wake you up at 2 in. I knew Eduardo at least was up in his
Yes.
Grand Theft Auto mission, driving around. But I was like, Eduardo, we got to talk about this movie. I've watched 3 people already review it since I decided to review it. Hold on. I saw numbers move up. Oh, okay. We got Pachu joining us. What up? Right on time too, because we about to talk about this movie. Leave the World Behind. Gang, you saw it, right?
Yes, I saw it a little bit and intentionally. It came on the list of the movie that you watch on Netflix in Thailand. So I saw that like a lot of people might watching it. So I saw it a little bit for like half an hour. Yes, but like I think it was quite confusing. So I don't know what's going on like in the movie. So then I switched it like to watch another movie until you mentioned about this movie, and then I look it up and like it's the same movie that I seen.
Yeah, definitely hit the waves, right? It got people
Yes.
talking. First thing to observe. So one of our previous presidents, Barack Obama, was behind the film. Kind of some like executive producer credits there. So he has something to do with it,
Yes.
right? When you make a movie, you're being creative, you're expressing yourself. You might be trying to send a message across. You might know something we don't know. I mean, you were the president. If you're the president, I'm going to assume you know something I don't, right? So that kind of brings into question. All right. Next thing, let me see. Hold up. I'm not even looking at my notes. So, as per Wikipedia, Leave the World Behind is a 2023 American apocalyptic phys- physiological thriller film produced, written, and directed by Sam Esmail. It is based on a 2020 novel by Rumaan Alam. The film stars Julia Roberts. Julia Roberts is a legend from Pretty Woman. Mahershala Ali, great actor. Ethan Hawke and Kevin Bacon, another legend. I've been watching his movie since I was a kid. They make an attempt to make sense of the gradual breakdown in phones, television, and other regularly used technology, with points to a potential catastrophe. All right, yeah. So that's kind of what's happening. The movie starts off, and if you haven't watched it, spoiler alert. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about it. So if you haven't watched it, maybe not a good idea to tune in right now. But yeah, the movie kind of starts off, and they go. I'm gonna kind of go through it real quick. I'm not gonna get into details. They kind of, it seems like an Airbnb that they rent out, right? They live in New York City, so they kind of took an Airbnb away from the city to kind of like get away from the crazy life of the inner city. While they are there, it's a family, right? It's the mom, the dad, the daughter, and the son. While they are there, the technology cuts out, right? Like not able to use the phone, not able to use the TV. The kids can't use the iPads. They don't know what's going on. They're checking everywhere, seeing what can be happening. They can't seem to figure it out. Then the owner of the house shows up. Now, if you ever rented an Airbnb before, the owner ain't supposed to show up, at least not unannounced, right?
Yes.
So yeah, so that's a little telling. He was saying that he couldn't communicate because the phones are out. He was driving to the city. He was a little secretive, he was being a little vague, not talking too much in detail. But whatever. Then things start to get a little weird, right? Because they really have no connection. A few days have gone by. The husband at one point goes outside to try to find some answers, right? Try to see what he can find. He's driving around. He finds a lady crying her eyes out. She's asking him to help, but like she's talking in Spanish and he only knows English. So they couldn't really communicate. And then like he's feeling weird and like the way that it's filmed, everything looks a little like misty and hazy, and like out of nowhere, an airplane flies over and drops a bunch of flyers. The flyers are in another language, little red flyers. When he took the flyer back, the son, he was able to understand it. And it read, "Death to America." So whatever, long story short, the movie is kind of like based on like if a cyber attack were to happen in the United States, this would be kind of what it might feel like or be like, because if you think about it at first,
But
uh-huh.
but I think that if this cyber attack happened, the more affected will be the developed country, right? Because they have almost everything automated. So if you, for example, go to Latin America and this cyber attack function, it could damage, of course, but not in the magnitude that could damage to another country that have everything automated, right? For example, on a movie you can see that cars crashed between them, killing people. But because, for example, the car function like internet with self-driving, so it's auto-controlled, so it's different, right? But if you come, for example, to a country like Peru or like other country in Latin America, it's not going to find this, right? But still, it can damage, of course. Imagine that you hacked a bank, it could damage a lot to a country, right? But not in the magnitude that can happen in this another country, right? So it's something very. I think that this movie is something it's something to reflect, right? So at one point, technology could damage if we don't use in a good way, right? Or if we have this problem, because it's like a sword of doubles of
Double-edged
double.
sword.
I don't know. I know how to say that.
It's a
Yes,
double-edged
exactly.
sword.
It's a double-edged sword. So if you use in a good way, it can help you to save time, to save money, to automatize, to make your life easier. But if you use in a bad way, it can damage and it could damage a lot. So it's a good movie to reflect, right? How is the scope of this technology.
Yeah, absolutely. I think anybody that has like a smartphone, at least a smartphone, you can feel a little bit from the causes of a cyber attack. But yes, you're right. Nowadays, many countries are very high in technology, so it may be easy to hack in. And I mean, I hope that if you have that firewall, right? you have that protection, you have that defense against the hackers or someone trying to get through. So I mean, there's many different ways to look at it. There's also the satellites up there, right? All you gotta do is take out one of those satellites in space and you might be fucked for
Yes,
a little while there.
yes, yes. And
But
it's something common.
go ahead, go ahead.
No, no, it's something that, for example, we have suffered. For example, in Peru, we suffer many times that we want to enter to a web page, and the web page says, "Hey, we are on maintenance," and on the news you say you see the next day, "Hey, this page was hacked or what suffer an attack, and some bank suffer an attack, but maybe not the accounts or the money because they couldn't access to the money, but the web page it suffered the attack, and it's something that made the system stop, and you cannot do some transactions, and we have suffered already. We already have suffered this, for example, and it's something common, and it's something that we is happening now, right? But
Yeah.
not at this scale. The movies show another scale, right? Of course, different scale.
Yeah, like even Obama said that it was a little exaggerated. It's a movie, right? The movie got to be a movie, right? It's got to move you. So, but something very important. You mentioned the cars, the Tesla cars. The of course, if you can hack into the computer of the car, you can control the car. And what do? You can control a whole Tesla dealership to clog up a highway so that way you can't get to the hospital. You can't get you can't navigate, you can't move. Now, here is where my brain starts to twist and turn, right? Oh, honk back, Eduardo, honk back, get out of my way. Sorry, just kidding, just kidding. Hey, there you go. Just kidding. But I think last week Tesla had a huge recall. 2 million cars in the United States. And I saw the movie like the same week, like maybe like the day before. So like when I look at that scene, I can't help but think like the recall. Couple weeks ago, well, mind you, there's always been issues with China and cyber attack on the US and stuff like that. But last week, I think there was a cyber attack to an electric company in Hawaii. I don't recall what was the other place, but there was high alert of China cyber attack on US infrastructure. And this movie kind of, it kind of points in that direction, if you know what I mean. Let me check on the chat real quick. Okay, we're light. Okay, we got a couple friends. Not bad. Thanks for joining us. What you're talking about, Leave the World Behind review. We got a couple friends here, nothing too crazy. Nice one. Okay. And anyone seen that movie in the chat? Leave the World Behind. Julia Roberts is on Netflix. Check it out. But yeah, we're talking about that. Yeah, yep. Got a couple friends. So let's go on. So yeah, so the Tesla. And yeah, so it feels like the movie is kind of like in real time in a weird way for me. Like things that are happening in the movie are connecting with things that are happening in real life. In the movie, there's also animals that show up to the house, like deers and like in groups of like that part I had a hard time understanding that part because like what does the cyber attack have to do with the animals, right? I read I did a little research. Someone said that animals can sense when something's wrong. And sometimes they try to tell you. That's what I don't know. Maybe it's deeper. Now, at the end of the movie, right? So the daughter, right? She's obsessed with a certain TV show, Friends. So the daughter, you can tell like she finds happiness in her like tablet, right? Like in her watching videos and like she can just watch YouTube and she's happy with that. So when everything cut off, she's like a younger girl. She's like kind of bothered by it. You know, she's bored. She can't watch her TV show. And at one point, she kind of disappears, and they're looking for her. And then at the end of the movie, she finds a doomsday bunker. A doomsday bunker is like an underground home that you make that is doomsday proof. What does that mean? Nuclear attack, tsunami, tornado, civil.
For example,
Uh-huh.
this kind of refugee, it's very, I mean, it's very useful when we have this event, right? But it's almost impossible to all people in the world, right? Or for all countries. It maybe can if you it could be possible, for example, for 10%, maximum 10% of all population, because it's very hard to buy to build this refuge. It's very difficult to build this, and if you do it, still you don't know if you are going to need, right? Of course, when an attack happens, maybe you do not have enough time to go to the refugee, to arrive to the refugee. So it's very tricky. So, but still, of course, it's functioning. It's a good idea, but in reality, it's almost very difficult to have this option.
Okay, for example, and again, I'm asking carefully because you know I respect everyone's privacy. Gang, for example, where you are, can you dig down?
I think so, yes.
How
I think
deep?
you can do that. Um, I'm not sure about it, but like if you decide to dig down very deep, I think you might have to maybe talk to the officer. Yes, and like before, because like here, like before you can build a house, you have to maybe you have to get a permit from like an officer like in the area, and they have to approve it. So that I believe there are some certain requirements that you need to meet, like in order to build something.
Yeah, because once someone asked the question, oh, if you own land, how high and how deep do you own it?
Oh yes, yes,
Because one
yes.
thing is like, of course, the square feet, but then like
I'm sure that there's limitation
there is,
to all of
there is.
that. Yes,
Zoning,
and
zoning,
you have to do the research. Yes.
definitely, definitely. I'm sure there is. But for
Yes.
those that have that are able to figure it out and use it, I mean, yeah, you're right. It's like buying a gun, right?
Oh
Maybe you don't need,
yes.
maybe you never use it, but
Yes.
maybe you do, right? But it's like insurance. Chris Rock said, insurance should be called in case shit. Why? In case shit doesn't happen, I should get my money back. All right, okay, we got people there's people jumping in and out the room. It's okay. It's okay. Trying to figure out if they're gonna stick with us or not. But anyhow, the Doomsday Bunker, right? So it's basically an underground little. I mean, it's probably not even that expensive if you prioritize it in your life. I mean, instead of
Yes.
like if you build a house above ground, why can't you build one underground? And in the bunker, it had uh like a pantry full of food, and the food was like food that wouldn't go bad. And you're right. Maybe in the longevity of your life, trying to be healthy, it may not be the best option. But during the end of the world, stuck in a hole in the ground, hey man, processed food might get you through. So in the Doomsday Bunker has beds, working out equipment, has everything you need. Now, one part that it showed it had was like a monitor with like a little radar system, like a little communication system. And it said on the TV, US is under attack. I forgot how they worded it. That is that they the who they were going against raised the radiation on land. So the reason why the guy driving was being weird and everything was is because the radiation was so high that when you go outside, you just, you're like in a big ass microwave, basically. So it was saying all this on the monitor. The little girl didn't care. She just wanted to watch Friends. They even had a closet full of DVDs because DVDs don't require the internet. So
Yes.
yeah, do like Doomsday Bunker, like it'll just preserve your life, like while hypothetically everyone else is like going through a catastrophe, you might be able to possibly survive it, maybe. But yeah,
Yes. And yeah,
good.
yes, at least you are going to survive to the impact. At least that could be very sure. But we don't know that the other day, the next day.
So yeah, so the movie kind of ends with like she puts on Friends and starts watching it. Like, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, what's the ending? I don't understand." I'm like, "Look, man, I don't think it's too complicated. I just think that like we live in this time in this world where like people live through digital devices and they live through YouTube and they live through listening to their favorite music or watching their favorite TV show. And sometimes like people forget about their own problems. People forget that we're in a war, under a cyber attack, just watching a little TV show that makes you happy. So I think at the end, it was just like that little girl, that TV show is what made her happy. And she wandered off, found the doomsday bunker. That there's another part where there's another guy and he takes out a gun and whatever. I'm not gonna explain the whole movie. Y'all gotta go watch it. Um, but it's interesting. It's interesting just to see like number one, the different characters and how they're reacting to this. Two, just how, mind you, if you didn't know that this is what the movie was about, it might take you a while to catch it, and you don't confirm it until the end when you see the monitor kind of give the communication that the U.S. is under attack, and then when they look out to New York City, you see missiles hitting it. Morbid, morbid. But let me see anything else in the movie that I'm missing. That was interesting. The flyers, the radiation, the Tesla cars, the device is not working. Yeah. Any other thoughts, gentlemen, on this movie?
I think
Well,
at least the electricity is still working, so that's a good thing. If the power is not working, I think it's gonna be like a lot worse to other people.
Yeah. Yeah, because technically, well, that's the thing. In a cyber attack, the goal is for the opposition is to get to the power grid. Once you get to the power grid and you shut it off,
Yeah.
okay, good. I remember. I remember. I remember. I love when I remember something. Okay, so they were talking about the the guy who owned the house in the movie. Um, you could tell he looked a little nervous throughout the whole movie, but it's because he talks about his client knowing something, being one of those people that get together with other people that know things we don't know. You know what I mean? They get together. Um, when I was a kid, I don't know. Maybe some call it the Illuminati. Maybe some call it whatever they want to call it, the enlightened people, whatever. That's what the movie said, right? So he says that that person had like a heads up on things, and then he was describing um a project that kind of gives 3 steps on how to completely collapse a government, right? So the 3 steps would be, step number one is isolation. Cut off the internet, cut off communication. People can't talk to each other. Um, makes it difficult for day-to-day life to continue when you can't just pick up the phone and talk to someone. You can't go on the TV and watch the news. You don't know what's going on, right? Number two, civil war. So people start to turn on each other. frustrated, especially my people here, right? A little frustrated. Your phone don't work. Can you imagine? So imagine like, your phone fall, you lose service for like 1-2 minutes, like driving, and you about ready to throw that thing. So can you imagine? Frustration, civil war. And third, and then the third step, you don't have to do nothing because step 1 and step 2 lead to step 3, government collapse.
Yeah.
You know, everything goes downhill from there. But yeah, talking about a movie here, right? Talking about a movie on Netflix that was produced by the ex-president Barack Obama. So yeah, I have my eyebrow was raised a few times throughout the week. But nonetheless, it was a good movie. Julia Roberts, she's such a great actor. She always plays like this angry woman, like angry for no reason. But like she plays it so well. She's a legend. But yeah,
It's a good movie.
what's up, Eduardo? You still
No,
there?
no, I want to say that it's a good movie. It makes you to reflect, make you to think about what happened if, for example.
Papa, if what?
It's a good movie that make you to reflect about this kind of problem, right? It's something that make ask yourself, what if this happens, right? Prepare, right, for this stuff, for these things.
Yeah, man, you got to be prepared. Look, I got Pachu in the chat saying I got some survival food stored. Not enough, but I got 6 months available for 3 people. Better safe than sorry. And I feel that. I feel that 100%. Gotta keep, gotta keep a little food stored. If it happened right now, this second, what the fuck you gonna do? So you gotta keep a little anything, like like if you're gonna go to the grocery store, just get like an extra can of crackers, some extra little Vienna sausages, whatever. It don't matter. Just anything that's gonna last long, that's not gonna go bad. Add a couple little things to your grocery list. By the end of the year, you got yourself a little baby bunker, man. Little baby doomsday bunker in your garage. Um, yeah, food, weapons, country to country. I know it's different. But and by weapon I just mean a way to protect yourself in case things go left. Um, what else? What else? Your papers, your documentation. Maybe have those like already in some plastic bags. You never know. If you don't want that to go to waste. If anyone that has hard drives, um, it'd be a good idea to look into a cloud. That way, anything happens, it's up in the air. There's a lot of things you can do, man. And then there's a lot of like little things you can buy, right? Like you can buy like a little radio that takes no batteries. You can buy like, they have like blankets that are like super thick, and like if you have to sleep on a mountain out of nowhere, like it'll keep you comfortable. Um, yeah, man, there's a bunch of survival shit you can buy just in case, man. You never know. Even if it's just a little bit, like you just don't want to be out here with nothing, right? Empty-handed. The world just freaking went crazy. And you're here like, hey, hey. Just kidding. But
Yes.
but all right, man. Damn, man, we still got some people here hanging. Got Richard. What's up, Richard? Great times. We just hanging. We started talking about the VeeFriends and the whole NFT collection. The toys currently now available in Toys R Us. Shout out to Gary V. We talked about Leave the World Behind, the movie currently on Netflix. If you haven't watched that movie, go watch that movie and understand what it's about, right? If your country was in a cyber attack, this might be a little bit what it might feel like. I don't want to say too much more. If you joined us late and you missed most of the movie, then good. I didn't want to spoil it for you anyway. But Obama was part of the creation of this movie. Why? I don't know why. Maybe we should ask him. Just kidding. But anyhow, then we're gonna damn. It's like right when I'm about to leave, the numbers spike. Gang, how you looking? You got 5 more minutes? Eduardo, you got 5 more minutes?
I do.
Yes, of course.
Okay. Y'all got anything? Anything you want to bring to the light?
No, for me, it's clear. I like this movie. I like the point of view of this movie, and I like that it's put on table what happened if we have this attack, for example. No? I like that.
Can I write in the chat? Let me see something. I can. Haha. Yeah, but I mean, I gotta be I gotta what's it called? Multitask. Write and talk at the same time. By the way, my foot is feeling better. In case anybody was wondering, I still got I don't even use that thing. That thing hurts the bottom of my armpit more than it hurts my foot.
Yeah.
But man, shout out to my grandfather, man. I hope he gets better, man. Had to visit him at the hospital. He is Mr. Coca-Cola. 88 years old, man. 88 was a good year. But damn, now we got 13 people watching. Shit. I love y'all, man, but I wish y'all came here earlier. You see?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why that's why I put the countdown. Because the countdown gives you like a little time. Because mind you, people got shit to do. Look at you, you're driving, you know? Oh, 16. We're going up. But yeah, man, since people are joining in, this is the live stream. I don't really have a name for it. I was calling it the American Bro, but I mean, but I'm with y'all, man. And y'all ain't you're in Thailand, you're in Peru, so we might have to change that around. But we're here always discussing trending topics, culture exchange, practicing our English, just trying to learn more, right? Teach ourselves things. We always just pick different topics and talk about them, not claiming to be experts on anything, but we're just having a conversation just like you all at home. Look, we're at 19. Look at that. Look at that. Would you look at that? I was ready to go, man. I'm gonna give it a little minute. If y'all gotta go, hey, y'all can bounce. I swear. I'm not gonna hold you to it, but I'm gonna hang out just for a little tiny bit. Eduardo, you've been driving forever. You almost home?
No, not yet. I am, because here in Peru traffic is a mess, but I am here on my car listening to you and trying to speak.
But look, man.
But still, thank you for inviting me. And I think it's always it's very enjoy to speak with you. It's very enjoyable. It's very funny to speak with you, and it's very interesting because on that way we can let our ideas uh, fluid.
Yeah, man. It's like, by the way, are either one of you like watching the live stream or no? You kind of like block it out.
No, no.
Got 21 people joining us. Shout out to Pachu, man, supporting us in the chat, man. Much love to my brother out there. We gotta have him on one day. I have a feeling he's got some cool shit to say for sure. But and also, man, hey, if y'all ever got friends that want to join in, special guest Eduardo, you've been telling me about your friend for years. Where is he at? When's he gonna join us, man? Next week?
Yes, yes, it's okay.
All right. So now, okay, good. So look, next week, I'm gonna give everybody a heads up, right? So where I'm at is Christmas time. Yo, do you know where Christmas
All right.
began? Like where it historically comes from? It's kind of dark, man. It's kind of crazy. It blew my mind. But we'll talk about it. I don't want to spoil anything. But next week, it'll be like it'll be the day after Christmas. So like that'll be our little Christmas like episode where we'll kind of we're gonna talk a little bit about not just Christmas, but its origins. Santa Claus's origins.
Origin of Christmas.
Saint Nick. What's up?
Okay. But why don't we, for example, share our? Okay, we can speak about that, and we can speak about how we live Christmas,
Okay, I'm not mad at that.
which is a right because, for example, Gang is from Asia, you are from America, and I'm from Peru, so we have different ways to celebrate. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely different ways to celebrate. I know Gang, he has like New Year's kind of things going on. I also New Year's is always a week after Christmas. I just got into the history because Christmas is different around the world. If you go to Germany, they have like a different looking Santa Claus looking, they got Krampus, they got just it's different. Around the world is different. I know Santa Claus, white beard, fat guy, red suit, reindeers, but there's an origin to that. That came from somewhere, and then Christmas is also like the birth of Jesus Christ. So, there's like a few, we got to talk about it. We got to break it down, get to the bottom of it. Um, but I might hate to do this, man, but I'm gonna have to. We might have to just wave goodbye to these beautiful, lovely people. I know we got things to do, but I appreciate you guys for kind of extending your time. It's 7:11, so look, man, at 7:15, we'll sign out, man. That'll be the. We gotta end this somewhere, right? I can't be live streaming all night. But hey, for y'all that are tuned in, every Tuesday, man, we're here, all right? About 6:15 Eastern Standard Time. We're trying to keep that the consistent schedule as we go. So far we've, if I do have to reschedule, I'll post in the community tab on my YouTube channel. And yeah, there's a few new shorts in there, a couple new videos coming up as well. So y'all stay tuned. But let me see, man. All right. Jesus is the reason for this season. It absolutely is. Next week, man. Yeah, come on. Next week, please be back. Please join us back. And much love to Jesus. For real. I mean that. I love Jesus too. And it's all good, man. Everybody got their religion, who they love. And that's what I believe. I believe in freedom of religion, right? Whatever you want to believe in, if you're not hurting anybody,
It's okay.
do your
Yes,
thing, man. Do your thing.
I agree with you. I totally agree with you. Tolerance is very important.
Absolutely, man. And freedom of speech, which is why we're here saying how we feel, talking to the world. But all right, man, we'll go ahead and say our goodbyes. Gang, I'll let you say it first. Eduardo,
Uh,
then I'll take us home.
uh, Thank you for letting me here today, and it's good to talk to you and learn a lot of new things. Yes.
Thank you, gang. Appreciate you. Eduardo.
Thank you very much, Ramon, for inviting me, and it was very interesting to speak about these topics. And we are going to see you again on Tuesday.
Next Tuesday, y'all. I hope everyone, whether you celebrate it or not, I hope everybody has a wonderful Merry Christmas or a Happy Hanukkah or a Happy New Year or a happy life and time that you're spending with your loved ones, whatever that may be. It's all love, it's all respect with me. Thank you for joining the live stream. As y'all know, I'm here with my brother Gang from Thailand, my brother Eduardo from Peru. I'm in the United States, practicing our English, our communication, having culture exchange, talking about these topics, doing what we do. All right. And I can see the numbers slowly starting to go down just as I wanted them to, because I would hate to leave a room full of people that are excited. But as y'all know, we'll be here next week. Thank y'all for joining. Much love. Let me see the chat. Say goodbye to everybody in the chat. I'm going to take it from the top real quick. Pachu, number 1. Thank you for the support. I love you, my brother. Shout out to Connect, Bless. I'm doing great. Thank you for joining. Success Life. Joko, Jokobo, cool name. Delmondo, what's going on? Richard, Merry Christmas. My dog Wes, I'll at your boy. Let's do what we do. And I'll catch y'all next week, man. Let me get the hell out of here, man, or else I'm gonna be here. Peace.